Welcome to C Keynotes. C's an unprecedented aerospace and defense alliance led by sub-tier suppliers, committed to accelerating supply chain performance. We're just suppliers, like you, proud of our companies, and committed to excellence. Please listen to our message at the end of this video, and thanks for watching.
Good morning. I'd like to start off by thanking C for the opportunity to come out and talk about our journey and also talk a little bit about custom manufacturing and engineering. We refer to ourselves as CME, so if I revert to that, it's still the same company. Okay, next slide. A little bit of an overview. CME is in St. Petersburg, Florida. We were actually born out of a defense conversion initiative. We have the distinction of being the only nuclear weapon site that was ever closed down because of the end of the Cold War. And out of it came the company. We develop both our own products, so we do organic product development, and we also do build-to-print and build-to-spec types of products. We're also involved in the SBIR program, and we have a great track record in that we have won 14 Phase 1 SBIRs. We have converted those, 11 of those to Phase 2s and 7 of those to Phase 3. So you can see how we can do a lot of product development. When you think of, next slide please, customers, we have a wide range of customers. We do both prime work for the government, and we also do subcontracting work for all of the major primes in the industry. Next slide. Products and services. When you think about CME, you think about two things. One is power products. So we do a lot of intelligent power systems, and I'll talk a little bit more about that and show you some of them. We also do sensors, and sensors was brought to us by our customer who said the biggest problem that sensor systems have is power. And since you understand power, why don't you get into the sensor business? And so you can see some of our products. The power supply, we actually have built over 4,000 of those. Many of those are in Iraq and Afghanistan. We have power distribution products. We've also done platform integration. So those are the types of things that we do. Next slide. Two of the things I'd like to talk to you about. Our first one is really, we look at the three tracks of leadership and culture, operational excellence, workforce development, but we have been on the journey long enough that they all become kind of one in our process. AS9100 was a good example of this. From the time we decided to go after AS9100 till the time we passed our certification was 3 months. How do we do that? Well, we had been mapping our processes all along. We were ISO, we had been into C, and what we did was we did a gap analysis between the AS9100 and where we were. We then worked on those processes, and in 3 months we were able to get our certification. It's important for our business, not only for our customers, both the government and the primes, but also for us in terms of our organic product development, so we can get products to the marketplace faster. The second thing I'd like to talk to you about is as we were on, next slide please, as we were on the journey, as we were on the journey, it became very clear to us that we had the balanced scorecard that C helped put into place, but that wasn't enough for us. One of the things that we all want as C companies is the alignment of our workforce and the alignment of the management towards the same goals. And so one day I was out on a trip, and it doesn't do any good for the president to have spare time because they can always think of new things to do. I emailed all my employees and I said, what are the 3 most important things that you do for CME? And I got wonderful answers back. But one thing that became clear is that they had no measurables that they felt themselves that they owned. So we took the balanced scorecard and we began to break it down. And if you go to the next slide, you'll see a personal scorecard. So every employee in CME has a personal scorecard to help drive our goals, help drive our accountability. Every scorecard has 4 quadrants. The last one, on the 4th one over in the corner, is workforce development. Every employee is required to have at least 4 hours of training a month. And they work with their supervisor and their management to be able to determine what that training will take place. Could be a C process, It could be something, a cross-training opportunity. It's up to them to decide. The other three are business-related, and every one of them flows down from the corporate goals down to the department goals down to the individual worker. So every worker in CME has 3 goals that are all business-related. The key is that it takes them no more than 5 to 10 minutes to fill this out every time, okay? Because if I spend a day doing it, that doesn't help me accomplish anything, all right? So we work on their goals in that regard. So if you look at the next slide, you'll see one, for example, for engineering, okay? And this was probably our hardest effort, was to get the engineers to begin to think about business processes, because the only thing they're interested in is doing neat engineering, okay? We go to the last slide. The most important measurable that came out of this for us, and I'll show you a couple others, is customer satisfaction. We actually, when we visit our customers, actually take a questionnaire with them and ask them to fill it out for them. And you can see on a scale of 5, we had a very large increase in customer satisfaction. That's very important. Go to the next slide. If you look at the results in a year that's been tough, and it's tough for us not because we've lost any business, but because it's taking our government customer longer to let contracts. So contracts that you think are going to occur in May or June are now occurring in September and August, okay? But in the process, we've been able to maintain and maybe make an improvement to our profitability of 0.5% on net income. We've also been able to improve our delivery time and, as we've talked about, our customer satisfaction. So for us, it's been a very, very good journey. Thank you.
Thanks for watching our video. Now we want to take just a brief moment to invite you to join us. We're facing a number of challenges in today's aerospace industry. Our customers are consolidating their supply chains and putting everyone on the 3 lists: grow, maintain, or phase out. And we don't always know which list we're on. The prime contractors are reconfiguring their businesses for high-speed production, and we're expected to reconfigure ours to 100% on-time delivery and 0 PPM quality performance. Customer expectations seem to be a moving target, and global competition is having an impact on how we compete. And we have many issues that never seem to get resolved. We complain, but realistically, we're only one voice on these issues, so how can we expect to be heard? And oftentimes the buyer or purchasing agent is not someone who can make a change anyway. C suppliers have identified 4 reasons why they joined C. Visibility, of course, deals directly with how we capture new business, and C is a proven master at getting visibility for C suppliers. Performance, our step-by-step roadmap, has been tested and proven by hundreds of C suppliers. Just listen to the videos on our YouTube site and you'll conclude that following the C roadmap will increase your performance dramatically. Collaboration on projects with C suppliers means working with people who speak a common language and are committed to excellence. And finally, working together, we can invite customer executives to discuss supply chain issues that slow down performance and increase cost. Together, we do have a voice. C is a nonprofit 501c6 industry alliance. It's supported by supplier memberships and sponsors. We would like to have your voice and your participation, so please go to the C website or call and join C today. Thanks for watching.